The following content is for entertainment purposes only. All of the voices in this video and this disclaimer were generated using artificial intelligence and are not actual quotes of the persons depicted. This content is purely satirical and is in no way a political advertisement or contains any political bias. Viewer discretion is advised.
Happy Thursday, everybody out there on YouTube. Welcome to episode 18 of Presidents Play Pokemon Crystal Randomizer Nuzlocke. Today we not only make it 5 consecutive episodes without a death on the team, but we also finally rid the world of Team Rocket once and for all. We've got one more episode in Goldenrod City. And as always, we've got the presidential gang along for the ride. How are you gentlemen doing today?
I'll be doing a hell of a lot better if you guys reconsider your position on letting me gamble this episode. Come on, guys. This is the last time this run will probably be in Goldenrod City, unless we want to rename a party member. I know I can make a killing at the flip card table, and make us richer than ever.
Listen, Obama, I'm glad you shed the liability tag last week, but when are you going to drop the gambling addict tag as well? First of all, we already told you no gambling this episode. Second of all, we have about 100,000 Poké dollars right now. Our days of Poké poverty are over. Our winnings could afford us a penthouse in this city, and we have no need for gambling. There's nothing we would even want with the coins.
That reminds me. During the debate tonight, I have to talk about my plan for combating gambling addiction in former United States presidents. I'll even top it off with my new tagline of what would compatible do. Oh man, my teleprompter is too good. This election is practically in the bag. You shouldn't even bother showing up tonight, Donald.
While I'm sure the debate tonight will be absolutely priceless and provide a million memes for the general public. Can you guys not start it early? Not sure if you've noticed, but I'm currently in the middle of fighting Tucker. This fight is going to set the tone for the entire episode. It will have our toughest battle of the run yet at the end. I'm trying to start strong and finish stronger, and you guys are just distracting me.
George, you're battling Tucker. It's not a tough battle. Also, Biden, did I just hear you say you were going to use my darling compatible as a slogan? If I even hear you mutter that angel's name in your own propaganda, I'll throw my lectern right at your teleprompter, so you'll have no idea what to say all night.
Stop fighting for a second, guys, and look at the screen. We've got Radiant out there for the first time. Tucker must be pissed beyond belief we got a shiny Pokemon, and he didn't. Let this be the first of many amazing battles with Radiant.
Did Radiant always have only 52 health points? It just seems so ungodly low for a level 30. In comparison, Poliwrath looks like a tank.
Yeah, you're not wrong about that, Joe. This is the definition of a glass cannon Pokemon. The good thing is it has some speed and we got the best stab type move we possibly could get on it. As long as we're smart with the way we use Radiant, we should have no problems. And showing I'm a man of my word, I plan on playing to the advantages right here. I'll keep him in for another super effective double kick. 2 attacks should take it down no problem.
2. More like 20. It's a special attacker, not a physical attacker.
Any chance we can tally that up to it fainting from a critical hit, and not just because it was a super effective attack needing only to do 40 damage on a Pokemon with no defense?
Not going to lie, Bush, if it weren't for wasting Crunch and you talking all that good shit about playing it smart, I really wouldn't have cared about this. Radiant's only value was it being a shiny, and that's the only reason we justified putting it on the team over Cerberus or Taft. But since you acted like such a professor, I'm going to remind you that you just ended our streak of 4 straight episodes without a team member fainting. Nice job, idiot.
Looks like it had multiple attacks that could have ended Radiant's life. I bet double kick would have caused it to faint as well. Pretty bad read, George, but arguably since the team gets stronger from replacing it, I can't be upset. We got shafted on our shiny? It sucks, but that's just how it goes. Maybe we'll encounter another in this run. The odds are only 1 in 8,192 after all.
Oh, is that all? That's basically 50-50. 2 of our next 3 will probably be shiny. But I'm with you guys, and I am willing to give Bush the pass on this one. The only thing I wish we did differently was not waste Crunch on it. That move could have been really helpful later in the run, seeing it's the best dark type attack in the game. As long as you don't let anybody else faint in this episode, we consider it a win. Now let's shift our attention to our baby dragon. She's still only 1 level away from evolving, and losing her would be an actual tragedy. You have officially been pardoned, George. Pick up the play.
I really appreciate that, guys. I guess we're all a bit nicer since things have been going so well over the past couple of episodes. I'll bring in Shindu right now since Ice Punch is super effective. I can actually two-shot it this time, and we should get some nice experience. We're so freaking close to the finish line that I can't even hold in my excitement anymore. What do you guys think we're going to get? I'm just going to go for the gold and say we have a Dragonite in a few minutes.
I couldn't sleep last Thursday night thinking about this. After many hours of internal debates and calculations on the good old bedroom whiteboard, I've decided that it's going to be a Dragonair first and then a Dragonite at level 40. I don't think we even have a chance at a Kingdra, seeing you need to trade to get one, so that narrows it down to one or the other. There's no chance the game gives us a Dragonite this early. We have to prove we earned one.
Is that why you called me twice in the middle of the night that day? I swore it was just a bad dream, but when I woke, holy shit, heart attack, massive coronary, get the defibrillator. I think this is the end for Long John Trump.
Yay, that means I win the election by default. 4 more years, bitches.
And just the thought of that, along with Shendu waking up and punching Tucker's bitch bird to the curb, has caused me to have a full recovery. Thank God that battle is finally over. Wait a minute, that was the first battle this episode? Oh boy, it's going to be a long day, isn't it?
I'm glad you're healthy again by your personal standards, Donald. I guess I don't need to finish filling out this get well soon card. But yes, to answer your earlier question, that is why I called you at 2:30 and 4 in the morning. I wanted to have one of my fellow trustworthy trainers review my hypothesis and point out any errors I might have made.
Did the get well soon card have any money in it? Perhaps enough money to cover millions in lawyer fees?
What? Of course not. It was just meant to be a nice
Yeah, that's fine. You don't need to fill it out. I don't care about it then. But hold up 1 second. Did you just call yourself a trustworthy trainer? Oh, buddy boy. Do you seriously think one good episode and beating a gym leader with a terrible team gets you into the Trustworthy Trainer Club? Obama that takes time to get into. You need to truly earn your membership into that elite club. Consider yourself lucky you're still on the team right now. And maybe if you string together a few good episodes in a row, we can revisit that discussion later.
Barack and the Trustworthy Trainers Club. That was a good laugh, and I needed that. But I do think he has a point with Shendu's evolution. There's no possible way the game awards us with a Dragonite at level 30. It's way too early even in a randomizer. I think we'll have one at level 40, but even a Dragonair for 10 levels isn't going to be a bad thing in the slightest.
I'm with Donald on this one. First off, you got me playing, so that means good luck when it comes to things like encounters and hopefully evolutions. Second, have we even seen a Dragonair at any time during this run? Believe it or not, I think all things considered, we are actually more likely to have a Dragonite in a few battles' time. Channel your inner Ted Lasso and point to the sign.
I will admit I did leave player luck and recent luck out of my equation because they were uncontrollable variables, and that is why I made so many phone calls that night. A strong theory indeed. This could potentially change everything, and I might even have to rewrite all of my formulas. I just want to get this right so that I can add to my resume of trustworthy notoriety.
Bro, I sincerely wish you never even heard about the club now, even more for the reason of secrecy. This shit is messing with your head, and it's all you can think about. I even had a few of my staffers tell me you were trying to call yourself trustworthy more than Dennis Reynolds talks highly about himself in Always Sunny. You gotta just stop thinking about it and play your damn game. If the time is ever right, you'll get the call. Can we please drop it?
Rare Biden W. Tell you what, Obama, if you can go 3 more episodes in a row without losing a team member, we will have an actual discussion about it. But in that time period, you can't mention the club or call me after midnight unless we're having a gaming session and we need to communicate in some way, or you want to make a White Castle run. Can we agree on that?
I suppose that's fair enough. 3 more episodes in a row. That should be easy. I fully agree to the terms of this verbal contract, and I look forward to speaking about this more in the future.
I'm sure you do, buddy. Does that same offer remain open for me? I believe that I'm also a great fit for the club, because if you
Please
combine
help
my
me,
luck
8
with my
pounds, 6 ounce, newborn baby Jesus. Sure, fine, why not? Anybody with 3 episodes in a row of not being a complete fuck up can join the club. In fact, why don't we do a mailer? Why don't we set up a booth at a job fair? Let's open it to everyone. Why did you have to reveal it, Donald? You brought this on us and it's all your damn fault.
Again, I'm sorry, Joe, it was a mistake. A basically unheard of one from me, but a mistake nonetheless. Tell you what, I know you always enjoy doing donations, so why don't you take it away and lead it off with our first channel member?
Oh, Daddy, sorry. I mean, Donald, you always know how to treat me right. You know exactly what I want.
Zesty bitch.
And right now, I want to shout out Bradley for being our first ever channel member. He pledged us $20 a month, and we're glad we provide a great source of background content for you. This is something we really didn't promote, but going forward, we will promote all of our channel members every episode.
Biden's deep dark desires aside, if you would like to become a channel member, you can do so on our Ko-fi page linked in the description. We don't have any specific membership tiers, so you can pledge any amount you wish if that is something you want to do. And just like you're seeing right now, we will highlight and shout out each member at the end of each episode. Thank you again for kicking this off, Bradley. You're the man.
It was because of Bradley that we didn't even have to worry for a second about facing a Poliwrath. Mystery made no mistake and took it down in one shot. That trainer definitely had 2 decent Pokemon, but our counters are second to none. But getting into the rest of the donations this episode, let's head on over to Legendary Gamer, who sends us 14 more Canadian dollars. Thank you for the recognition, Legendary, and he answered our comment question by listing Brock, Dawn, Misty, May, and Iris as his top 5, with Go finishing in last place. Thank you again for the funds.
Can't say I agree with Iris in the top 5. I have her in my bottom 5 because I think she was entitled and annoying. But the top 4 in last place I respect. Much better top 5 list than George or Biden gave last week. Our next donation came from Ram420M via Ko-fi. Thank you for donating through there so we don't get hit with fees. He gives you props for a nice episode, Barack, and then gets it completely wrong by saying I make a mistake from time to time. I am the epitome of perfection, Ram, and I won't be losing a single Pokemon in this run. You did, however, redeem yourself by saying Brock was the best and Iris was the worst, though. Thanks for the $5.
With the Sandslash coming up next, I think Shendu can get all the experience it needs to hit level 30. 1 or 2 ice punches at the most should be all it takes to knock it out.
I don't know if my little old Biden heart could take it fainting now, so please don't mess this up, George. In an attempt to distract myself, we turn our attention to Presidential Gaming Drive and his 5 British people money donation. He verifies that Obama beats the fraud allegations, and that can't be denied, seeing the ice type, better known as the best type gym leader, was defeated, according to you, Vox. You're so right about that, man. Both Vox and the Irish boy both talk about the ice type being the absolute strongest and best type in the game nonstop. We just got lucky by Price being the fire type in this randomizer. Thanks again for the donation, my man.
George, we got level 30. Switch her out right fucking now before disaster strikes.
Oh please, what is a puny little psychic attack from a steel type going to do? No worries, we kill right here.
You better have a good fucking cardiologist on speed dial with your play today.
You need to learn how to trust me, Donald. Down goes Steelix, and now let's watch the evolution everybody on this channel has been waiting for since the day we caught Shendu.
No fucking way.
Clutch mode activated.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
I take back anything negative I may or may not have said this episode about you, George. You fucking did it. We actually have a Dragonite. There's nothing that can stop us now. Those special stats are absolutely busted. I know the defense and speed are at all-time lows, but with the boost to health, I think full health we can tank any ice-type attack we had previously feared. George motherfucking W is in the house.
I appreciate it, guys. I really thought my luck was fucked when I knocked out that Ursaring and had an egg hatch we'll never use, but ever since then my luck stat has been triple S. I'm going to see if we can abuse that special stat by teaching it another high damage move. We can't learn Surf Butt. Oh man, how about Hydro Pump? We now have Fire Blast, Hydro Pump, and Ice Punch for our special attacks, with Aero Blast as a physical attack for coverage. This is all-time cooking, boys. Take notes.
I'm going to get the Pokemon Ruby save file set up right now. I think it's safe to assume with this Dragonite combined with the rest of our team, we're going to beat this game. All the viewers consider this challenge done too, right? All right, we're in agreement. I'll find a good download for Ruby.
Now hold on a second, Joe. Don't get me wrong. With Dragonite, me too, Poliwrath, Mystery, and Arcanine, we've formed nothing short of the Fantastic 4+1. LeBron has called me 10 times in the last minute trying to join this super team to get another ring. But we haven't beaten this game yet. I mean, that lineup is absolutely beyond busted. And it doesn't have a legendary, and I think we should coast to victory if we don't play the game blindfolded, but we still have to beat the game. 9 badges, 4 Elite Four members, Lance and Red to go. Job not done.
I think you're overthinking this one, Barack. You said it yourself. The biggest super team chaser of all time can't stop reaching out to you. It's as good as over. Now, I know you wish that Shendu would have evolved on your turn and you want to be playing when the reason for our victory is assured. But just be happy it happened, and let's start selling the championship merchandise.
I found a good website to download Ruby Joe. And give me a break, Obama, this sealed the deal. What's going to happen? This little Venomoth is going to take us down? Yeah, like that could ever happen. You make me laugh, Barack. What's it going to use, tackle or some other... Job not done. Job not done, I repeat. Job not done. Burn every Venomoth in a 5-region radius. This is not a drill. Job not done. Heart completely stopped. I think I'm actually going to unalive this episode. Why can't we go 2 minutes without near disaster today? George, why must you do this to me? Why didn't you just use Fire Blast? Please, just no more close calls. I'm begging you, man.
Is there any chance I can blame Biden for this, since the name of the trainer we're facing is Dancer Joe? He saw Dragonite and said, I'm going to do the Cotton Eye Joe all over our own team. Am I the only one who saw that? That definitely happened.
Don't you fucking dare try to pin this on me, George. You're the one who got cocky and said, oh, I'll just use a non-super effective attack, nearly get us taken out with Mirror Coat, and then rolled the dice hoping it wouldn't have Ice Beam or something else that could take out the last 30 or so health. You literally almost lost Dragonite during its first battle. I should have you deported from this country immediately. Secret Service, get over here right now. There's a traitor in the Oval Office.
Hold on, boys, false alarm. There's no traitor in the Oval Office. But this is what I was trying to tell you guys. Now hear me out, because sometimes it's nice to hear someone being criticized when it isn't me. But this just proves that this run isn't won yet. We've still got a really long way to go and absolutely anything can happen. So let's just dial in. Never forget that last battle, because it's a sign we're not invincible and always play to the best of our abilities. We will win this run because of our play, not just because of the Pokemon we have.
Every time I forget why you won 2 terms, it's because you know how to rally the troops with a speech. This truly is a strange timeline we live in, where you went from the liability to the sense of reason in an episode and a half. But you're right, Barack, we may have jumped the gun right there. It's a good thing we realized it before it's too late.
Obama is just a reminder to always max out your charisma stat whenever you can while ignoring all of your other stats. Sorry about that, guys. I'll be more careful going forward. No more heart attacks today, I promise.
It's not just my charisma, guys. I had some damn good policies as well. Anybody remember Obamacare? That was all the talk back in the day.
You already served your 2 terms, bud. It's fine to admit it was all the charisma and minor league opponents. I think Hillary is the only person who could have lost to McCain or Mitt.
What the fuck, Joe? You were literally my vice president. Why aren't you talking about me getting the stimulus pass, Wall Street reform, or taking down Osama bin Laden? I did so much for this country. Come on, tell them.
What are you talking about, Barack? Onion Fairy never fainted in sus producer Sex's run. In fact, I think it delivered the final blow with a frenzy plant. Why would you have wanted him to faint? That's just wrong, bro. Take a lap.
That's a low blow, Barry. Osama and Dog were my 2 favorite team members in that run, and you just said you wanted Green Jesus dead. For shame, man.
Excuse me, that's not what I said. What I said was that I was the president.
Obama, we're all very happy that you proved you can play this game without being a complete liability, but comments like that are just disgusting about another creator. I think you need to apologize for wishing death to Osama and sit the next couple plays out. Now, go do a lap around the White House, and when you come back, we and the viewers all expect a much better version of you. Is that understood?
This has got to be a joke, right? All 3 of you are in on this? There's no way that you actually think I'm talking about the video game version.
Now go outside, take a lap, and come back a better person. Go right now.
This is insane. You guys are ridiculous. Fine, whatever. I'll be back in a few minutes. Fucking morons.
I gotta hand it to you, Bush. That was some great parenting right there. I know he's in his rebellious stage right now, but you have to lay down the law sometimes. He'll love us for it when he's grown up. But to make comments like that is just disgraceful. At least we can change the subject, since we just made Shendu even more overpowered by teaching him a stab move in Dragon Breath. At least there's that.
You don't think we were too hard on him, right? I hope he doesn't start putting out passive-aggressive tweets and Facebook messages about how terrible we are. I don't think I've ever been criticized in the public eye before. I don't know how I would even handle that.
Tough love is important sometimes, Joe. If you're just nice all the time to your kids, they turn into gun-toting crack addict criminals. You would know something about that, unlike myself. I fathered the most beautiful woman in the world and the 48th president starting in 2028. The 2 best kids a father could ever ask for. Oh, and don't forget Barron. He might be the 50th president. He's as tall as he is great.
What about Eric and Tiffany? You straight up ignored 40% of your children.
I don't think too hard about them. You see, George, it's very important to have a large amount of kids so that you have a bunch of chances to raise a few of them properly. You can't hit a home run every time you step to the plate. Sometimes you make mistakes and have to resign that child to organ donor. But hitting 600 is still really damn good. Do you remember the time Ted Williams, Ty Cobb, or Pete Rose hit 600? Neither do I. I think I should actually be named the new Major League Baseball hitting champion with this recent discovery and get a plaque in the Hall of Fame.
Did you think anything you just said through? Better yet, post-statement, is there anything you wish to revise? That was the most incoherent rambling I've ever heard, and I shared a cave with a bunch of Kabatops, so that's saying something.
Oh shit, Aurora Beam. It's test time for Shendu. Never mind. She's the greatest Pokemon I've ever seen, and I think we should start making merchandise now. But to answer your earlier question, Joe, if there's something I've learned from politics, it's just keep saying everything that comes to your mind. You may think it sounds crazy, but then one of your supporters agrees, posts it on social media, and suddenly it's a rally cry.
Yeah, I suppose you're right. I can think of plenty of times I was basically sleepwalking when oh shit, Ice Beam, this can't be the end for Shendu. Donald, I need the number for your cardiologist. Every 12 seconds, there's a damn close call. I mean, if it weren't for our sky-high special defense, it would be over right now for Shendu. Over, I tell you. Why does everyone have to know a fucking ice type attack? Damn you, Ice, for being the best type in Pokemon.
Hear me out, men. After we take care of this radio tower, we perform a heist on the Goldenrod department store. We take every single Carbos they have in there and make that Shendu's breakfast, lunch, and dinner until that effort value hits 252. I feel like we're going to get a lot of those scares since we don't outspeed anything, but this episode has just been insanity. Please tell me we only have like one battle to go.
I've run the Pacific Standard heist in GTA 5 about 1,000 times, so I'll take the lead on this heist. I'm totally in agreement to do this, though, because 21 speed at level 31 is just not going to cut it. Joe can move faster than that, for Pete's sake.
Don't talk down on my speed. I got that jolly nature. If you don't use Dragon Dance or Agility, just know I'm going to one-shot you.
Is that all? I have both the adamant and hasty nature, so I'll smack you sideways before you even have a chance to blink.
No fair. You can't have two natures, you fucking hacker. This is a rigged battle and I won't stand for it.
If this is the discussion we're going to hear tonight, then this debate is going to be an instant classic. But I like that for our comment question of the week. Everyone let us know if each of us could have their own nature in Pokemon, what would it be? Are we fast but have weak defense? Are we physical tanks that can't handle the elements? Or are we just neutral? I'm interested to see how all of you view us.
Well, I would definitely be the timid type, seeing I'm lightning quick. I might not be a brawler, but my mind allows me to break my opponents down from a psychological standpoint.
Oh, would you look what the cat dragged in? Did you have a nice walk and realize the error in your ways? We won't have any more slander of Osama, young man, and I hope you understand that now.
While I don't know why you all keep referencing me as a child over the last 2 episodes, my walk reminded me that I am actually the adult of the group when it comes to maturity. I'm not going to fall for your nonsense and just brush that off going forward. Now I saw you're on the top floor, Bush, and only have 2 battles left. How is the team looking?
Better than being called sweaty though, right? Nobody has fainted since you left, but I can't lie about us feeling the effect of Dragonite being slower than molasses. Being paralyzed doesn't even feel like a detriment because we always attack second anyway. But we have been running through these rockets with Shendu nonetheless and still couldn't be happier to have her.
That's good to hear. Oh hey, did you guys finish donations while I was gone? We don't have much time left to wrap those up.
Oh, thanks for reminding us, Barack. We didn't. Let's get right back into those, and our next donation came from Gaming Police 589. Police throws us some Canadian people money, says we had a W episode and wants Obama to say it's bombing time. In regards to every list we saw in the comments, our editor thought yours was the most base, so thank you for the donation and the quality opinion, my friend.
That was literally my top 5 and that bottom 2. Oh, this might not be good.
This is just a bad dream, right? This is just a nightmare brought on from the ice cream coma I ate myself into after a massive debate win, right? That didn't actually just happen. We didn't just lose our Dragonite in the first episode after getting it. Okay, funny joke, wake up now, Joe. Where are the cameras?
Joe, that actually just happened. I think I'm actually speechless. For the first time in my life, I'm struggling to form a sentence. We had a Dragonite, an unstoppable killing machine, and in about 20 minutes we lost it. Georgia, I think I hate you. No, I know I hate you. You are my new least favorite person. This is compatible levels of bad, and it might even be worse because I'm here for it. No, I'm sorry, nothing could be that bad, but George, I think you need to go head first out that window like 10 seconds ago.
What was I supposed to do there? How could I have predicted the Rhydon new blizzard? This was completely out of my control and there's nothing I could have done about it. This was just the bad luck of the randomizer.
I don't know. Maybe you could have switched out the Pokemon at about 60% health and paralyzed against a fully evolved Pokemon at a higher level. Just an idea. And don't talk to us about bad luck, George. You're supposed to be the lucky one of the group. If you're not going to get lucky, then why are you even here? I think you're the one who should be replaced with Bill. You let our Shiny and our Dragonite faint in a span of about 20 minutes. You make my drone strikes look like a water balloon fight.
Coming from the guy that was about to be replaced last week himself, talk about the pot calling the kettle black. Fuck you, Barack. You don't have the right to talk to me like that. And neither do any of you. All episode we watched Shindu get hit by ice-type attacks, and this one was just the straw that broke the camel's back. At the end of the day, it had no speed and would have been under threat for the entire run. It was a flawed Pokemon doomed to fail. That's right, Shindu wasn't the god we thought she was. And if you can't realize that, then you have no idea how to play Pokemon.
Yeah, we don't know how to play Pokemon? You said it, George. Can you imagine if you let 2 more team members faint in this episode alone than Donald and I combined the entire series? That would be a wild scenario. Oh wait, that did happen. You're a fucking fraud, and when you're in my Oval Office, you show me some damn respect towers.
Yeah, like I'm going to respect a walking corpse riddled with dementia. Just let me take care of this final battle, and then we can go our separate ways for the week.
Nah, you can leave now. If you're going to speak to me like that in my home, you're not welcome here. Put down the Game Boy and see yourself out.
You can't be serious. You're going to be that soft? I'm literally in the process of taking down a Mewtwo. I can't deal with this bullshit right now, Joe.
George, I don't believe I stuttered. Either you're going to apologize to me and to Obama for the way you spoke to him after your misplay, or you're leaving. End of story.
Or what? What are you going to do? Call Dark Brandon? Oh wait, you can't, because he's gone forever.
George, that was way over the line. You gotta go.
Yeah, that was really messed up, George. At first I thought Joe was overreacting, but I'm with him in Trump now. You gotta take your leave. We'll talk about this at a later time, but you just took this way too far.
Whatever. I don't have time for this.
You all right, Joe? You want to finish off this battle?
No, I'm good. I think I'm going to leave too. I'll see you guys next week. I don't care who finishes this battle or if we even survive it. See you at the debate tonight, Trump.
Joe, if you want to reschedule the debate, I'm totally fine with that given the circumstances. We don't have to do this tonight.
I don't think he heard you, bro. It's just us now. You go ahead and wrap this battle up, seeing I just played last episode.
Me too. And the actual Mewtwo in the same battle, and he didn't even stay for that. Oh man, Barack, I'm really worried about Joey. He would never want to be away from something like that.
Yeah, but Dark Brandon means more to him than any Pokemon in the world. I know this is all over the tensions from losing Dragonite, but this went downhill faster than ever before. Can you even remember a time Biden and Bush fought? I don't think they ever have.
Now that you say it, I think you're right. Also, I'm sorry, but my head is really not in this battle. Part of me just wants to pause the emulation because I really am just worried about Joey. Can we please just finish donations so I can try and focus a little?
We absolutely have to finish this battle for the viewers, but yeah, we can finish donations for sure. The next one came from somebody 200. It's a $5 donation and has a compliment for me, along with hope you have a bad episode for once, Donald. Thanks for the kind words and donation, buddy.
Kind words, my ass. But moving on, we've got MMA Lover 150 next on the docket. It's a $2 donation where he gives you props for a good episode and doesn't see any reason why you can't string a good set of episodes together. You definitely got a lot of scrutiny, but you've earned all these kind words for sure, Barack. Thanks again for the donation.
It really is nice to hear compliments for once. And speaking of compliments, last but not least, our highest donator of the episode was Lazy Panda 6569. He keeps his word of donating us $25 for kicking Price to the curb without dropping a Pokemon. Thank you again for the donation, my friend, and enjoy your pin this episode. And would you look at that, Donald? This episode comes full circle as we wrap it up with Osama the Onion Fairy. Talk about one hell of a team we just went up against with a Mewtwo, Starmie, and now Onion Fairy as well. Definitely our hardest battle in the run yet.
Looks like it will hit hard with Thunder as well, but hopefully Cerberus can finish it off on its turn with. Oh god damn it, give me a fucking break. A neutral effective attack one-shots a fully evolved Pokemon with a critical hit. Fuck man. I'm sorry, Barack. That ends my perfect fucking streak. I guess Biden's the only one undefeated now.
You know what? I'm not sure what you're talking about, Donald. I didn't see Cerberus faint right there. At the end of this episode, we just deposited her since she didn't play this entire episode anyway. You're good, fam. I got you after all we've gone through today. I think you should just heal up me too, and then drill peck Osama harder than SEAL Team 6 did.
You're a great friend, Barack. Thanks, bro. I really appreciate it. I think I'll actually just try and knock it out with Carrera so it can get some good experience. Actually, you know what? Just kidding. That growl attack is going to draw things out, so let me just heal up Starmie. And hopefully I don't switch into that deadly thunder attack, because that would be a real catastrophe.
No problem, buddy. I got you. I don't think there's any way we could tell Joe we lost me too after the events of this episode. So no matter what you do, please keep it alive. This needs to be your clutchest moment of the series right now.
Yeah, you're not wrong about that. It's a good thing that Bush stocked up on all those lemonades when we got to the department store earlier. They're really coming in handy right now. Might as well use them in battle while we can, since we decided to not use any items in battle for our next run.
Looks like he dodged the bullet on the switch in on Thunder. But are we faster? Oh, thank God, yes we are. This should finish up the battle. It absolutely does. Way to close out this episode and relief Donald. That was not an easy battle, and overall it was controlled pretty well. We have officially put Team Rocket into retirement, and we can continue on the road to our 8th badge.
That was way too close. It's wild how our mentality can go from it's over to we have some serious work to do, seeing there are going to be much tougher battles than that. I appreciate the support, though, Barack, and I couldn't have done it without you. But with the radio tower liberated, that is going to wrap things up for episode 18, everybody. I'm not sure what happens between now and episode 19 when it comes to Biden and Bush, but hopefully it's resolved peacefully. The last thing we need is stress when the game starts to really kick into gear. Thank you for coming by today, everyone. And if you haven't already, of course, please do join the brand new revamped AI Force 1 Discord. Our editor put out a video a few days ago advertising the change from PokeForce 1, as we include more amazing creators that make more than just Pokemon content. We're already over 600 members and we're growing more by the minute. We'll see you next week.
Don't forget to answer our comment question, and for the first time, thank you to our channel member Bradley. Maybe you'll have some friends on this list for me to announce next week. Have a great week, everyone. Blackthorn City awaits.